Hello everyone, welcome to Spooky2 Coffee Time, episode 7. This is Echo Lee. I hope you have all enjoyed your Christmas and enjoyed a great time with your family. About 10 days ago, we flew to New Zealand, visiting families and friends, and we spent Christmas with families yesterday, and it was a great time. We are now broadcasting, well, not actually broadcasting, we are doing coffee time today in the farmland together with the roosters.
There's a rooster in the background. He wants to be famous, and throughout the presentation,
and that's the roosters who work us up in the morning.
yeah, you'll hear him having his say in the matter.
We took the chance to take a trip in the north part of New Zealand, and we were totally amazed by the beauty of New Zealand. Today, me, John, and the roosters will show you around the north part of New Zealand so you can experience the beauty of nature yourself. I think my friends on Facebook all know that a love of roses. We have about 10 different kinds of roses in our own yard. When it comes to flowers, you know that some flowers look so sad and some flowers look so happy. And the New Zealand flowers definitely are the happy ones. Look at the first
Beautiful rose.
Yeah, it's when I saw it, I was thinking, gosh, how red it is. It's really deep red, and it's so happy. It's like they are smiling at us. They are calling us to go close to them. Thank you, roasters. Jay, do you know the name of the second flower?
No, I don't.
I don't know the technical terms of this flower, but in China we call it morning glory because it opens in the morning and closes up in the evening. They follow the sunshine. It's like us human beings, but think in another way. It's us human beings who are copying the nature. The third flower, I've been to many countries and I've only seen this in New Zealand. And this flower has a technical name and a special name called Christmas flower, Christmas tree flower. And I will let Jay talk about this flower.
Well, I think this tree only grows in New Zealand. It's called a Pahutakawa tree. It's a Maori name. The Maoris were the first inhabitants of New Zealand. And this tree, around Christmas time, blossoms a beautiful red, a bright red. So this is why we call it the New Zealand Christmas tree.
How long normally does it last?
The flower only lasts for maybe 6 weeks or so, maybe 8 weeks. Not very long, but certainly over the summer months you can see the red everywhere when you drive through. It's generally beach areas, but New Zealand's surrounded by beaches, so it's pretty much everywhere.
Now, Jack just mentioned that it's summertime here in China and in most of the European countries. America, it's winter now, but here it's summer.
Yes, it is.
The weather here in the last few days were not so good, but it was very good when we first came here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
When we arrived here. Yeah. So, yeah, when you look at the flowers of in New Zealand, you can find you may notice that the color is different. It's like showing off.
I think it's probably more of a reflection of the environment being so clean. Because New Zealand does put a lot of effort into keeping things unpolluted, or keep the pollution down as much as possible. And we certainly saw some parts of the wilderness that really took our breaths away.
Yeah, I always felt that New Zealand is my second home country, not because the reason that everybody knows, but Because nature. This flower was from your phone, and I actually don't know much about this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now this photo we took on the way to the Bay of Islands. The Bay of Islands is a place of New Zealand which is mostly ocean, I suppose. You could consider it like a harbour with hundreds of islands, and so they call it the Bay of Islands. And I took this photo because it's very, very... Thank you, Mr. Rooster. This happened saying, come on, next photo, next photo. So this is showing the rolling landscape of New Zealand. New Zealand is quite a volcanic country, or it used to be. And so the contours of the land were formed by both volcanoes and the moving tectonic plates, the ground crushing up against itself and forming hills. And it's this rolling landscape for miles and miles and miles, as far as you can see here.
Wow.
So this is really just a typical photograph, nothing special. You can see fences there to hold the sheep and cattle in.
Actually, the photo itself is not able to capture the real beauty of New Zealand. You may already think it's so beautiful, but compared with the reality, it's nothing.
Right. Well, there's a film that was made in New Zealand, The Hobbit. In The Lord of the Rings.
That's actually the first time I got to know there's a country called New Zealand. When I was in high school, our teacher showed us the movie. And I was thinking, gosh, is there any place like this in the world? Because I didn't go to any other place, but that was really beautiful, amazing.
Yeah, well, for anyone who's watched any of these movies, the series of the Lord of the Rings, you think New Zealand's beautiful. Well, it's not actually as good as they show in the movies. It's actually better. But the sad thing is, Echo, is that New Zealanders who live in New Zealand will drive through here and they're so accustomed to the beauty that it's just farmland, it's just normal. They don't think it's extraordinary. But I've been away from New Zealand for a while, and coming back, it's like a reminder of what the world can be like if we look after our environment.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just raw beauty.
Yeah. Wow.
And no, this is not a postcard, is it?
No. This was this photo was taken by me when we went to Bay of Islands, and we actually landed on one island, right? So we walked, we climbed to the mountain, the top of the island, and when I looked down, I was thinking, gosh, this is $1 million photo. So I took it immediately. It was not just because the cloud, the blue of the water. Also, you can see that the shape of those two boats. It's like Taiji. I'm not sure whether you've heard of Taiji.
Is it like yin and yang?
Yes, it's. I think that's like the law of nature. You have to get the balance between yin and yang. Yin, the energy has yin energy and yang energy, and it's all about balance. And it's so true when it comes to nature. So nature itself is telling us a lot.
And this photo wasn't. It's typical of what we saw. It wasn't like a one-off photo where everything was perfect. The whole place is just picture perfect.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, it's really beautiful. I was so happy when I got this. And well, you know that when we sent these photos to the girls in our office, they just couldn't believe it. And actually, there is one photo that we will show you later on. That photo, one of our girls told us that after seeing that photo, she dreamed about coming to New Zealand that night. We'll talk about that photo later. Yeah, this is the one. Xu Chen said that after seeing this photo, she was dreaming coming to New Zealand and playing with the dolphins in the dream.
Gosh. Now, we went on a boat trip. It was a 4-hour boat trip. Now, the purpose of this trip was to just look at the islands and go through
a hole under a big rock.
That's right. It's like a cave. It's I think it's the largest hole in the rock in the world.
Really?
Something like that. That's what they say anyway. But anyway, it was just a boat trip, and we came across some friendly mammals. They came to have a look at us. They came right up to the boat, rubbing up against the boat.
We actually took another trip about 2 years ago. That trip, purpose of that trip was to find the dolphins, and we didn't see any dolphin. But this time, we saw. I didn't count, but I felt that we saw about 100 dolphins.
The sea was basically swarming with dolphins. You couldn't help but see them, and they weren't far away. We were thinking, if we did see anything, we'd see just maybe a little spout in the water as they come up to breathe.
Yeah, because of last experience, I was thinking, well, if we do have the chance to see dolphins today, it might be a dolphin jumping out from the water and then disappeared, and all I could feel is hooray from other people, and then I would feel, oh gosh, I missed it again. But when I saw that, one of the crew in the boat told us that she never saw anyone has so strong reaction to dolphins, and that was me.
I think I was a close second.
Yeah, I was just too excited. I couldn't believe it. It's so beautiful. I remember there was a couple of dolphins, and they were swimming very happily in the water, and there's one baby dolphin swimming in between. Gosh, that was so cute and so loving.
And the dolphins, all of the Bay of Islands is almost like a marine reserve. They're protected, or anywhere in New Zealand the dolphins are protected, as they should be. And so the population is growing. They're living in their own natural habitat. Even, the boats that go to see the dolphins, they're not allowed to follow the dolphins. They go to the dolphins, spend a certain amount of time, and then they must leave. It's one of the rules.
And how lucky are we?
Oh, we were so lucky because not only did we meet the dolphins one time, but we were heading back and we were thinking, well, that's the end of the excitement for the day. And the dolphins came to meet us again. And
we didn't break against the law?
No, we broke no laws because they came to us. We didn't go to them. How great's that? So they had a natural inquisitiveness. They wanted to know about us just as we wanted to know about them.
Yes. And they must have felt, the peace from us, loving from us.
But they certainly didn't feel any threat. They were very playful, weren't they?
Yes.
Gosh, look at that.
That's actually a baby dolphin.
Following its mummy.
Yeah, and there was so much synchronization. Gosh, that was lovely. And when I saw the dolphins, I was imagining dolphin jumping and swimming towards us in my mind, but from the dolphin's perspective. That's because we read a book before. It's called image communication. When you imagine something from the dolphins or from the animal's perspective, they would actually do it. We human beings have lost this kind of communication skills because we've got some mouths. It's the easy way. But the dolphins, they don't have this. They can't talk through mouths, so they still keep this skill. It's so amazing, and I actually felt that they understood me, and they started to do these really amazing things.
No, I didn't know this at the time, so I was thinking that we were just lucky. But it seems like Eka was visualizing a message to them, and they received this visual message and came to us.
Yes, I felt a strong connection with
Twice.
them. Yeah, I know. I didn't even know the lore. But of all the stupid laws New Zealand has, one thing that is not stupid at all. It's protecting the nature.
When we go into many bush areas, they get you to scrub your feet to stop any foreign matter going in and disturbing what's there and your diseases. So, yeah, sometimes the rules are pretty strict, but if the end result is this, just beautiful raw nature, undisturbed, then I think it's a good one.
Yes.
I think it's a good rule.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look how close it is.
For everyone who's watching this video, do you know why this is quiet? Why the video is quiet? It's because I was shouting, oh my god, I can't believe it, oh my god, it's so beautiful. So now you know why we do it quiet.
Yeah. No, okay, you were jumping up and down with joy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's most countries wouldn't see beauty like this because number one priority is economics.
Yes.
Which is business.
Which is also sad.
Which is very sad. It's decisions based on just shareholders and but if you make decisions based on nature and preserving nature, this is the result.
Yes.
And it's just it was just incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah. But I think more country will be awakening and
Yeah, I hope so too.
yeah, and the environment will become better.
Mm.
Yeah. This is not just me, okay? We climbed up to the mountain and we were trying to find a place to do the meditation because we felt the energy was so good. So we want to just sit down and do meditation and exchange energy with the environment. So both of us did a meditation there, and after John finished his meditation, he took a photo of me. Did you feel anything?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's on several levels. On a physical level, I felt the very warm air from the ocean. I could smell the slightly salt air. I could hear the rustling of the plants with the wind flowing through. I could hear the birds. I felt very, very comfortable. But on another level, I felt an energy from the surroundings as I was meditating. And I came to realize that for almost all the things that we do, we're working against nature and not harnessing. Well, even the word harnessing brings to mind power stations and things, but as we were meditating here, we were in tune with nature.
Yes, harmony. That's why the cicada was landing on me.
Have we got the photo of this cicada?
You actually took a photo, but I don't think it's on this PowerPoint.
Oh, that's a shame. That's right. Well, a cicada landed on Echo and accompanied her during her meditation session.
Yes, and another time a dragonfly.
Yes.
Yeah. So they felt I think they felt the harmony. That's when we are in peace with the nature. Really beautiful.
We can't find the words to explain, so just use your imagination. This was a funny one. Now, this is on the way to the boat, wasn't it?
Yes, right after our meditation, we heard the, what is it?
The horn of the boat.
The horn of the boat.
Yeah.
That's the sign that we need to leave. So we're heading back to the boat, and on the way we saw two
Seagulls.
seagulls. And what are they doing?
It looks like they're meditating as well, and they're in the same direction as well, facing the sea.
Yes.
And so we're thinking, well, they're meditating. Well, they're smarter than us because they've been doing it for a long time. They're sitting down meditating, facing the ocean.
Yeah, they didn't move at all the way when we got back to the boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were copying us.
No, we're copying them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now this
What
one.
is- yeah.
This is the very, very top of New Zealand. You can see there's a walk path there. The road stops at this point because New Zealand goes under the ocean at this point. This is the very, very northern tip of New Zealand. Now, look at the scene. Again, it's a postcard scene, but honestly, this is a photo.
I couldn't remember how excited John was on the way to this place. He, he has been living in New Zealand for so many years.
About 25 years now.
But he's still so excited about it. Not only because not only excited about this, also the 90-mile beach, right?
Yes.
Motorway, and because it's a very top north part of New Zealand, and that's why you New Zealand people say that that's where the ancestors go home, right?
That's right. When people die, their spirits leave this earth at the northern part of New Zealand. This is what the Maori, which are the local indigenous people here, believe in their culture. And it's a beautiful way of thinking too. Just this is where they say farewell and leave.
Yes. And wow, this one you can explain.
Sure, this is the view from the lighthouse to the ocean. This is where New Zealand isn't. And it's where two oceans meet. Yeah. There's the Pacific Ocean on the right and the Tasman Sea on the left.
Yeah, you can see the middle
There's a
line.
There's a line where they meet. And it's just incredible seeing the two different colours of the two different oceans. And quite often there's where they meet, you see a line because the waves are going in different directions and they hit each other. And you can see that where the waves break together, there's a white line. But it was so calm that day that there wasn't much there.
That's where they shake their hands.
Where they shake their hands.
Yeah, and join together.
Now, this presentation isn't courtesy of the New Zealand Tourism Board.
No, we don't get any commission.
No commission. But we're just sharing the beauty. Now, we were thinking at the beginning we'd show it because not a show and tell for the holiday, but a show and tell for nature.
Yes.
Because many people just have forgotten to slow down.
Yes.
And smell the flowers.
Yeah. We also, we are very busy every day.
Every day. We hop in the car, drive to work. Well, there's beauty between home and work. But we don't see it because we're in the car. And then you get to work, and then you're in an office environment. So you don't get that raw beauty that you have in nature.
And also we need to remember that our eyes are for the beauty.
That's sweet. Well.
These are painted.
Huh? No, they're not.
Yeah, but that's what people normally say. No, think or say when they see the pink dolphins in Hong Kong, pink or purple dolphins. When people do not see something, when people hear something that they do not, they've never seen. Normally, some people choose to say it is not real. They are like, we are sometimes like the frogs in the well, and we say the sea is not real, but meanwhile, we refuse to jump out of the well to see the real world. When I saw that, I was like, man, that was painted. But when I saw so many of them, I was thinking, gosh, that would take a lot of work to paint all of them.
So pink sheep.
Oh, that was really lovely. They were lovely. When we walk, it takes them some time to get closer to us.
Yeah.
But I do think that there will be peace and harmony between all nature. And that's what we human beings need to learn.
Rather than fighting and taking advantage of nature, you mean?
Yes.
To become part of nature, which is where we started, wasn't it?
Yes. We don't rule the nature. We don't control the nature. We are not up the nature.
Yeah, we're not above
the nature.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are part of nature.
Yeah, I agree fully. And we're now recording this video from a farmhouse with our rooster. He's been very well behaved, hasn't he? But gosh, so after we've recorded this, we'll be going outside and bathing in the sunshine and listening to the birds. We've got roosters, we've got geese here.
Yes, we saw about 20 or 30 geese
here
in the morning.
Yeah. It's just really, really nice, And
we saw some rabbits last night.
A lot of rabbits here.
Yeah. Now we will head back to China tonight, but we will always remember that our eyes are for the beauty.
We're going to, we are frogs and whales. We can't, but I think it's about time we hopped out and.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great thought.
Okay, that's pretty much all of it, and I hope everyone's enjoying as we do, and let's get outside and enjoy the nature. It's time for some real beauty. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.